Create a Shopify development store completely from scratch. Before we begin, I want to clear up the differences between a Shopify development store and a normal Shopify store. So first, a normal Shopify store, you can create that by going to shopify.com, creating an account, and then generating your storefront from there. But the major problem with that is you won't be able to harness and use the full functionality and testing abilities of Shopify until you pay for one of their plans. But instead of going to shopify.com, if you create what's called a Shopify partner account, you can create what's called a developer store. And from there, it's really made for creating a site that you're going to eventually transfer over to a client that you're building this site for. But keep in mind, even if you're not building this for a client, you can go in, create a Shopify partner account, create your development store, and then transfer it over to a different Shopify account. And the benefit of this is that it will let you harness and use the full functionality and testing features of Shopify. So without having to pay for a plan yet, you can set this all up as a development store and completely test and use all of the features that Shopify has without paying. So to create a development store, what you want to do is navigate to your browser and then navigate to Shopify Partner, and you guys will see that it says become a Shopify partner today. Click on that, and what you want to do is join here. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask you what's the main way you plan to use Shopify. So what I'll say is simply building new Shopify store for clients and click next. Then I want to go ahead and select where my business is located. I'm going to set it up as Texas. From here, you want to go ahead and enter your business name. I'm going to go ahead and put Kalman Web Design, since this is really just going to be a trial. And then I'll go ahead and enter the rest of the information here and then move on to submitting it. Once you complete those steps, it's going to take you into where it says Shopify Partners. And from here, you're going to need to go ahead and make sure that you verify your email address. So right here, you should receive an email from Shopify Partners. Go ahead and click on this and simply verify your email address. Your business email is now verified. Now it'll take you to your Shopify Partners dashboard. And from here, it'll provide you with a quick guide to get up and running with a development store. But for now, we're going to go ahead and skip all of these steps. What we want to do is navigate to where it says stores. Here is where you'll be able to create all of your development stores, as you guys can see here. And you can also request access to a store managed by a client here. For this video, we'll select create a development store. From here, it'll ask you what the purpose of this store is. We're going to say create a store for a client. Here, we're going to go ahead and create our store name, and we're just going to create something generic. We'll call it Spoofy Sports. And you guys can see once you enter the name of the business that you're creating this website for, it creates a free URL. And this is going to be a subdomain. That's why it says myshopify.com here at the end. But to prevent any hyphens or anything like this, what you can do is go ahead and make this one word, and it will now be a one-word domain of Spoofy Sports. Next, you're going to have to select how your client is going to sell their products, or if you're going to transfer this website to yourself eventually, how you're going to sell your products. So for now, I'm just going to say online here. And now we're going to say that no, we are not currently selling through another platform, and then create development store. Now it'll take a second to create your new store. Now, once you create your store, what you guys need to realize is that it takes you to a new page for your newly created storefront. And you guys can see the difference in the top left. It doesn't say Shopify Partner anymore. It simply says Shopify. And in the top right, it says the name of our store. From here, if you need to go back to the Shopify partner page, you can simply navigate back to it like so, and you can always log back into this page if you guys need to get back here. But for now, what we want to do is I want to go ahead and navigate to where it says online store. Here is where you're going to spend a lot of your time, and you guys are going to notice as soon as I click on that, it takes me to themes. In this page, it will let you change your theme or customize your theme. And right off the bat, Shopify always starts you off with the default theme of Dawn. So to view this newly created store, click on View Your Store in the top right. From here, it takes you to your own custom store URL. And keep in mind, this is the free URL that Shopify will provide you with until you upgrade and pay for a custom domain. And I'll show you guys how to do that in a moment. But what I want you guys to realize is that since you are logged into your Shopify website, you can see this website. But if we go ahead and open a different browser, paste in our URL here and go ahead and hit enter, you're gonna see that it is guarded by a password. And this is going to be because it's a development store. So to get that password and actually be able to enter this store, like if you're sending this to somebody and it's not you trying to get into it, what you need to do is navigate back to your Shopify dashboard for this particular storefront, navigate down to where it says preferences, scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says restrict store access, go ahead and copy this password, and you can always change this to whatever you want. Go back over here, paste that password in, hit enter, and now you guys can see that you are in the live storefront. And again, this simply happens because your online store is in development. So until you transfer this store to a client or possibly yourself on a different account and pay for the full service, this will be restricted by a password. Now that we have that set up, I want to navigate to where it says settings, and I want to go down to domains. Here is where it's going to allow you to buy or connect a custom domain. So you can buy a new one all right here through Shopify's platform. And so that's going to take you off the My Shopify domain and give you your own custom one here. I'd recommend going to one of my other tutorial videos that I'll link to you guys, where you can buy a domain and connect it to Shopify for a fraction of the cost. But if you don't want to go through all that extra work, just go ahead and select it right here and you can buy this one. Now you guys can see we're simply using Dawn, and I don't want to use Dawn because it's just the default theme. So you guys definitely want to change this out. So what we're going to do is navigate back to our Shopify store dashboard where it says themes. Go ahead and scroll down and see where it says popular free themes. We're going to go ahead and select one of these for now. But keep in mind, if you hit add theme here and visit theme store, you can view a lot more Shopify themes that are available, but a lot of these will unfortunately be paid. So for now, we're just getting started. We don't want to pay for a theme. We're going to navigate to where it says popular free themes, and we're going to go ahead and select this one, refresh by Shopify. So we'll click add, and this is going to take a second to go ahead and install the theme, and this will just add this theme to your theme library here. What we want to do is click publish, and it will say this will replace your current theme, which is Dawn, and we want to do that, so we'll click publish again. So what you'll notice is that it moves our newly selected theme up here to our current theme, and then Dawn down to our theme library. And we don't need Dawn anymore, so what we're going to do is go ahead and click these three dots and just go ahead and remove it like this. And don't be afraid, you can always re-download Dawn if you want to switch back to it later on. Now if we navigate back to our URL over here and refresh it, you will see a completely different theme is now displaying here. And there's some stuff that we definitely want to change about this theme. So to change stuff out on this theme, what we need to do is navigate back here and click customize. And what this will do is it will take you to the theme editor. So you guys will notice that everything is just plug and play and drag and drop here. So for example, if I want to change out this announcement bar, I can go ahead and click on it, and then it will give me multiple options that I can select from here. Then all the way down here at the bottom, it will show you the theme settings. And then down here, it will also let you add custom CSS that will only apply to this announcement bar here if you guys want to go ahead and do that. Over here again on the far left, we want to go ahead and select this gear icon where it says theme settings. If we select that, it will give us the overall theme settings for our entire website. So from here, it will let you add a logo, add a favicon image. So if I want to change this little image here, I can select an image like so, and then I need to go ahead and upload a file. So I'll just find something generic for you guys on my computer really quick. I'll just go ahead and put in, for example, this HTML5 icon. Go ahead and hit add and then click done. So once I go ahead and add that and click save, what you guys are going to notice is that if I go back to my URL and refresh, you guys will notice that my favicon image is now displaying in my browser tab. And from here, I can also add a custom logo. So I just need to add this as an image. I'll go ahead and add this as the HTML5 logo again, just to keep it basic for now. And then we'll add in your custom logo like so. Obviously, create your own logo with a tool like Canva or Photoshop, but for now, we'll just go ahead and use this. And you guys can see that you can shrink the desktop logo width simply with this right here. And in theme settings, you can change absolutely everything. So right here where it says colors, it's going to let you select and change your color scheme. So every Shopify theme is going to come with some default color scheme options here. As you guys can see, I have 6, but you can also add a new one if you want, where it'll let you select and add your own custom colors. But if we go back here, I can also go ahead and select the default color schemes here, and I can change the colors to whatever I want from here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and navigate back, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the header. This is going to take us to our header, and what I want to do is change the color of our header. So if I click on this and scroll down to color scheme, you're going to see that we're using our color scheme 3 here. If I want to go ahead and edit this color scheme, I can just go ahead and click on it from here, navigate to this, and now I can make my background red. But for now, I don't want to go ahead and do that. I just wanted to show you guys that even though you have multiple color schemes here, each one of your elements on your storefront might be pulling its colors from a different one of these color schemes, and you guys can always change it out accordingly. And down here, you can also choose your typography. I'm not going to go ahead and change the font or the size of the font because I think it's good for now, but you guys can always change this if you want. Down here in layout, you can change the page width and a whole bunch of other options for your page layout. Underneath animations, you can customize what type of animations you want to happen. So most of the time, by default, Shopify is going to have some kind of animation integrated into your storefront. If you want to go ahead and turn that off, here is where you would do so. But for now, we want to go ahead and leave those reveal animations on like so. Now down here, it will let you edit the buttons to specifically what you want. I'm not going to mess with it because this looks good to me, but if you guys want to change it, here's where you would do it. And then there's a whole bunch of other options for variant pills, inputs, product cards, collection cards, your blog cards, and pretty much everything that you guys can think of, including your cart. You can change exactly how this looks here, change out the color scheme, and then again, you're also going to have custom CSS that is going to be added for your entire online store. And you guys can type this directly in right here. And since we're happy with everything we did for now, make sure you guys always click save before leaving your page, or you might lose some stuff that you changed or added. Now to get out of this, we can simply click this exit button in the top left, and this is going to go ahead and take us back to our Shopify store dashboard. So now that we know how we can edit our theme and customize our colors and all the design aspects of our website, I want to show you guys how you can create a product. But before we do that, you guys are going to notice that we already have some default products on our website. But you guys are going to notice that we can't click on these because these are just examples of where your products are eventually going to go. And up here, you can also navigate to your catalog, which is also going to show your products, but we haven't added anything at all yet, so we don't have any products. So to create a product, what we need to do is go back to our dashboard, click on products in the top left, and from here, click add product. And this page is going to be all the essential information that you need to add to create a product. So first, we want to create the title of our product. And for now, I'll just call this shirt. And description, we don't even need to write this completely from scratch. We can go ahead and generate it with AI. So what I'll say is simply sports shirt to keep this video nice and short. And you can even change the tone of it, which is really, really cool directly here inside of Shopify. And I'm going to go ahead and change this to supportive because I don't want it to sound expert level. Go ahead and click generate, and this will give us a brief description of our sports shirt. And you can generate this again and again until you get something that you want. But for now, we'll go ahead and keep this one. And from here, you can even change out portions. So if I don't want this last sentence, I can just go ahead and delete it. And I can even bold text and change it to exactly what I want. So here, the media is going to be the picture that appears for your product. So I want to click upload new, and I'm simply just going to add something that I've had on my computer for a while, simply this black and white graphic of a t-shirt. Obviously add some really good pictures here that make people want to buy your product, but I'm just doing this to save some time. Now down here is going to be where you can add the pricing. So here is going to be the final price of your product, meaning this is what you're actually going to collect upon checkout. So I'll go ahead and enter for now $14.99, and the compare at price is going to be crossed out in your storefront, and it's going to make the customer think they're getting a better deal from your business or from your client. So for this one, we'll go ahead and enter $19.99. And then down here, you're going to see where it says cost per item. A lot of people get confused with this, but this is really for you as a storefront or for your client to see how much money and track how much money you are making based on every product you sell. So if it costs you or your client $4.99 to create this t-shirt, you can enter $4.99 here, and you guys will see that we're making a profit of 10% or 67 almost percent. And then obviously we always want to track the quantity of items that we have in stock. So we want to leave this checked, and if it's not checked, definitely go ahead and select that. And our shop location, we're going to say we have 15 of these shirts on hand. And we don't want to select continue selling when out of stock. If you guys want to do that for your business or your client is requesting that, you can turn this on, and even if you run out of physical stock, you can continue selling your product. And then if you check this product has a SKU or a barcode, you can go ahead and enter in your numbers here. So our SKU for our first product is going to be 1001, and our barcode is going to be 1 through 9, like so, as an example. And here shipping is going to be extremely important, and obviously this is a shirt, so we want to say that this is a physical product, and then we want to enter the weight of this shirt. So most of the time a shirt would be about 2 to 3 pounds, so we'll just enter 2. And now down here are going to be the variants, so that's going to be the size, the different colors of the shirt that you guys might offer, or whatever you guys are trying to sell. So here we'll go ahead and select color, and all we have is a white t-shirt for now, but we want to add a second variant, and this is going to be the size. So we're going to have a medium, and we're also going to have a large, and you guys can select however many you might have to offer here. And once you're done, you can click done, and now we have the variant white in a medium and large. And down here, it will provide you with the variants that you created. So for this, you guys are going to notice that it defaulted our medium to we have 15 on hand, but it's really, let's say we have 10 of these on hand, and then we have 5 large on hand. And it will also let you manipulate the price right here. And let's say you have different color shirts. Here is where you can go ahead and add the colors. Next, you're going to have your category meta fields. This is going to be extremely useful for your SEO. You're going to see that it helps us generate a few just to start, but I definitely recommend adding more than just the default here. Now down here at the bottom, you're going to see search engine listing, and this is going to show you how your product would show up on a search engine. Now there's still some more stuff that we need to add to this. So we're going to scroll up here, and what we want to do is make sure that our status is active, and then it's going to show you guys your sales channels. So obviously we're going to have online store, shop, and then point of sale. But for now, we're not going to set up our point of sale because we're only going to sell this product online and not in person per se. Now down one level is going to be the product organization, and this is going to let you select the product type, the vendor, collections, and tags. If you guys run into any problems, you can always click this learn more button. But for now, we're just going to say the product type is sports shirts, and then the vendor is going to be Spoofy Sports, and you guys are going to notice that it adds that vendor so we can use it later on. Collections, we only have one collection, and you guys will be able to see this collection right here on our home page. It's referring to this featured products collection. So don't be afraid that it's not going to show up in your technical product page here, because this is completely different from a collection. So for now, we'll go ahead and click our home page collection. And if I select this, it simply means that it's also going to be added to this featured products category as well as on our product page here. So I'll show you guys how that looks in a second. Now here underneath tags, you guys can go completely crazy with how many tags you create. So we'll say shirts, we'll say sport, we'll say men's shirt, and as many as you guys can add here that are relevant to your product, the better, because this is going to in turn affect your SEO. And down here, it's going to let you select your product template, and all we have for now is our default product, which is fine for us to get up and going for now, so we'll just leave it like that. Now don't leave this page, because you're going to regret it if you don't click the save button up top here, and then the save button will also be available all the way at the bottom of this product. So if I go ahead and scroll all the way down now, that button is going to be here, and from here you can archive your product, delete your product, and again save. So now if we go back to our URL and refresh this page, underneath products you're going to see that we have our shirt available. And if we go to our home page, since we added it to our featured products category, it will also be available right here on the home page. For now, we'll go back to our catalog, and I'll go ahead and click on this, and I want to select a large shirt here. And keep in mind, if you have it not to sell your product once all your quantity has already been sold, it will not let you add more products than whatever your quantity is set to over here in your product page. So if you guys run out of your product, for example, and you get more in stock, what you guys need to do is come back here, go back to where it says variants, and then change the amount you have available. So for our medium, it won't let us sell more than 10 for now, and for our large, it won't let us sell more than 5. So back over here, we can click add to cart now, and you guys can see our description, our title, our price, and everything. So once we hit add to cart, it's going to pop up our cart page here in a little sidebar menu, and it's going to show us our price and how many we added, and it will also let you change the amount right here or delete your product. But let's say we just want to go ahead and check out for now. We can navigate to check out right here, and it's already going to generate all of our contact information, our name, address, city, zip code, and everything we need to gather from our customer to fulfill this order. And now you guys are going to notice that our shipping method and our payment are blank because we have not set that up yet. So to set up our shipping method and payment method, what we need to do is navigate back to our store dashboard here, make sure your product is again saved, and we need to navigate down here to where it says settings. And from here, we need to navigate to where it says shipping and delivery. You're gonna see that we already have a general shipping rates here. If we go ahead and click on this and scroll down, you guys will see that it sets it up based on my location, which is the United States. So it's going to set it up as economy 5 to 8 days is free at $50 and up. And then it's going to go ahead and give us some other standard shipping options. If you want to go ahead and change these, what you can do is go ahead and click on these three dots, select edit rate. And from here, you can change the shipping rate, which is going to be the time. You can change the price. And then here, it's going to say that we have a conditional rate. So at $50, it's going to provide free shipping. But if we want to change this to, let's say, $75, we can put that right here and click done. And now it's only going to be orders $75 and up that get free shipping. And obviously we only have the United States shipping set up right now, but if you want to add more shipping zones, you need to click this icon here, and this will go ahead and provide you with all the options in all the countries where you might want to ship your products to. And to set up all of that, what you need to do is go to markets and then configure your international markets here. But for now, I'm not going to get into that because that's getting into advanced Shopify features, but I will be making a video on how to set this up later on. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and make do with our domestic shipping options. Navigate all the way down to the bottom and go ahead and click save. And now that we have our rates set up, what you want to do is go back to general, and where it says store details, you want to add the address and legitimate business name of your client's business or your business where you will be selling these products, and make sure it's an accurate address where that business is located. From there, we can go back to our checkout page, and here what we need to do is enter in an address. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and enter a dummy address in New York City and a dummy zip code, so it will generate our shipping method prices here. So as you guys can see, we only have the option for economy 5 to 8 days or standard 3 to 4 days, because we do not meet the threshold for free shipping of $75. Now, if we scroll down to where it says payment, it's going to say this store can't accept payments right now. And that means we need to go ahead and configure how we're going to collect payment from the customer. So what we want to do is navigate back to our store settings here, navigate to where it says payments, and right here, since we're in a development store, you're going to see that it says it can only process test payments, and it's always going to recommend that you set up Shopify payments. I highly recommend that this is the first payment method that you guys set up because it's extremely useful and easy to use. And all this is Shopify's partner with Stripe. So all of this is really handled on the back end side by Stripe, which is a safe and reputable payment gateway. So for now, we're going to go ahead and click activate Shopify payments, and it's going to ask us to submit details about our business. So what we need to do is go ahead and fill this all out, and this is going to depend on your client's business type or the business type that you're setting up. So make sure that you select the right option here, because this is going to obviously affect eventually taxes and other things. So I'm just going to say an individual, and I'm going to go ahead and enter my own name and social security for this. And keep in mind, it's going to look a little bit different on this page depending on what option you previously chose. And so for now, I'm entering a dummy social security number, but if you're selling based on a DBA or just based on your own personal store, go ahead and enter your social security number, enter your email, and you also need to enter your phone number. And this is our phone number for Kalman Web Design. And make sure that you enter an accurate address here, because this is going to be used as your business address. So you want to make sure that you enter this accurately to avoid any potential issues with paying taxes and VIRS. So for now, I'll just go ahead and enter a dummy address in San Antonio, Texas, and click next. And from here, you need to tell Shopify what type of products you're selling. So we're selling clothing and accessories, sports and riding apparel, and then this is going to simply be sports clothes. Again, for you, make sure that you're more specific than just this. And so here, this is going to be where you go ahead and enter your DBA or business name, and we'll just leave this as Spoofy Sports for now, because we're never actually going to sell any products through this website, and click next. Once you guys have all this information entered, go ahead and click confirm. And down here at the bottom, you can also include verification documents just to make your case a little bit better. But for now, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to click confirm. And you need to also agree to the terms here and then submit for verification. Now back here in payments, it's going to say contact support to accept payments. For now, we don't need to worry about all of that. Go ahead and click on manage, and then you can go ahead and scroll down to where it says test mode, and go ahead and click on this one, because we're not actually going to sell anything here. So we'll just go ahead and enable test mode for now. And once this is on, it will tell you that it is in test mode and all transactions are simulated. So now if we go ahead and navigate back to the previous page, it's now just going to say test mode is on for Shopify payments, turn off test mode. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and leave that on. So if we navigate back to our checkout page and refresh this and scroll all the way down, you guys are going to notice that our payment gateway is now active. And you guys will see that we take all kinds of credit cards here. And again, this is just Stripe integrated into your website for you through Shopify. So this is reputable, this is legitimate, this is secure. And now I need to get a test card number that I can enter here to test my payment gateway. So what I'm going to do in ChatGPT is just say Stripe test card numbers, and ChatGPT will give me all the Stripe test card numbers, and this one doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and start off with this Visa option here of 4-2 repeating. So what we'll do is just copy this, go back to our checkout page, and paste this right into here. And then our expiration date just needs to be something after the current date. So I'll go ahead and enter 10/26, and then my security code can just be 123, for example. And I'm just going to go ahead and enter Biffy Johnson for our name, and completely misspell that while I'm doing it. And you can also save your information for later. Now if I click pay now, you guys will see that it's going to go ahead and require the rest of the information that I did not fill out. So I'll go ahead and enter my email address and my last name here, scroll all the way back down to the bottom now that everything's successfully filled out, and click pay now. Now you guys are going to see that it's a successful payment, and it says thank you, and it gives us all the information that a customer would see if they submit an order. And now to view all the orders that you have collected on your website, you can simply go to your dashboard, select orders, and it's going to show you all the orders that have been made through your online store. If I click on that, it's even going to show us if it was fulfilled or not, and show us all the requirements and the money that was paid successfully. And you can change this to fulfilled by just clicking on this. And you can also create a shipping label directly here through Shopify and get your product shipped to the customer quick. But on the right side, you guys are going to see that it says subtotal, shipping, and total. But something extremely important that's missing is tax. So what we need to do is navigate back to our shop dashboard here, navigate to where it says settings, and then click on taxes and duties. From here, you need to select the country or countries that you're going to be selling to. For us, we're only selling in the United States right now, but keep in mind the process for this is going to be extremely similar no matter what countries you're selling to. You just need to make sure that you are collecting the correct sales tax and any other tax liabilities depending on where you're selling. And I want to stress to you guys, I am not a tax expert. Make sure you get with an accountant and make sure that all of this information is set up correctly so you don't have to, in the future, hire a tax attorney because you get yourself in trouble. But for now, what we want to do is navigate to where it says the United States. So we'll click this arrow, select United States, and from here, you're going to see that it automatically configures Shopify tax. And if we click on manage, you're going to see that this is by default already activated and you have 2 more options. These options over here may be useful at some point to you guys, but these are going to be extremely complex and harder to set up and require a lot more expertise to get started with. So for now, we're just going to use Shopify tax, and keep in mind that Shopify tax, if you have this configured and you sell over $100,000 per year, they're going to start charging you a small fee. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're setting this up. But for now, this is going to help us automate a lot of the tax process. So we'll navigate back here, and what we need to do is scroll down to where it says regions you're collecting in, and we need to collect in a new region. So keep in mind, taxes are really difficult and really complicated to get right. So remember, earlier in today's video, we said our physical business is located in Texas in the United States. So that's going to be the nexus of our business, meaning the physical address where our store is going to be. So right off the bat, since our store is located in Texas, we have to pay all applicable sales tax if we sell to somebody located in Texas as well. So what we want to do is navigate to region and select Texas. And if you guys have a sales tax ID, you can go ahead and enter it here. If you don't have this yet and you are going to legitimately sell products here, you need to get with the state comptroller or whoever in your state provides the tax ID, and make sure you apply for one and successfully get one created and enter it here at some point. But for us, this is just an example. We're not going to be selling, so we're just going to say collect sales tax. Now you guys can see that Texas is added to where we're collecting tax. So if we navigate back to our checkout page and refresh this, you're going to notice that it doesn't calculate any sales tax yet because we're selling to somebody located in New York State. So the way this works is, since we're located in Texas, we have to pay that Texas sales tax rate. But since we're not located in New York State physically, we don't have to pay the applicable sales tax until we get to a certain threshold, meaning this is going to be the economic nexus. So what you guys want to do is navigate to economic nexus by state. Go ahead and click on this one by the Sales Tax Institute, and this is going to show you guys the requirement for paying taxes in your particular state. So for example, Alabama is going to have a different threshold from Alaska. So you guys can see the threshold here is if you sell $250,000 plus specified activities in a calendar year. If you're selling something to someone in Alabama and your business is located in Texas, until you meet this particular threshold. So when in doubt, what I like to live with is charging somebody a sales tax and then just refunding it to them later if you're not sure what's going on and you don't have the money to hire an accountant right off the bat, because at the end of the year, when you have to file your business taxes, you're much better off just refunding people for the money that they paid for tax than getting to the end of the year and not having enough money and coming up short with the IRS. Again, get with an expert to confirm all this information. So for now, since we're selling to somebody in New York City and we're definitely not meeting the New York threshold yet, because this is only going to be one order for not even $20, we're going to be fine. But if we change our address to something located in Texas, so I'll pick a random university here, and I need to type this in correctly, and this is going to be a Texas address now. It's automatically going to charge taxes based on the state sales tax rate and add it to the total here. But what I want you guys to keep in mind, if you're worried about it and you want to charge taxes for particular regions, you guys can go ahead and add the state in here. So for example, if I want to add New York, I can go ahead and click on New York, put in the sales tax ID that I get from New York, say collect sales tax, and now I'm also collecting sales tax from New York. And if I go back over here, refresh my page, change this address back to something in New York, for example, you guys are going to see, and I also need to enter a zip code here. You guys are going to see that now I am collecting sales tax based on New York State sales tax. After you get this set up, what you want to do is navigate back to your settings here, navigate to locations, and make sure that you add the location of your business. So you guys can see here that I have my shop location, and you can click on that, go here and add the address for your business. And again, make sure you enter the correct location so you don't run into issues with taxes. And now some of you guys might be saying, well, my business is completely online. I don't have a physical location. Well, your physical location is going to be wherever you hold products or wherever you're shipping the products from. So you want to make sure that if located in Texas, for example, and you're shipping products from Texas, that's going to be the nexus of your business. So don't think that you can get out of sales tax just because you don't have a physical business location, because it still pertains to you even if you're completely online. Now that we have tax set up and out of the way for now, what we want to do is navigate back to our settings, and we can close out of this successfully now. And from here, what we want to do is go ahead and create a blog post. So navigate to your online store to blog posts and say create blog post. And for now, what we're going to do is just enter in something generic. So we'll say sports shirt blog, and then we'll just generate something with AI. So we'll say sports shirts and select generate. And this is going to create a brief blog for us, as you guys can see here. Make sure you proofread this, but for now we're going to go ahead and once this completes, go ahead and keep it. So here we have a basic blog generated for us by AI, and here we can also add an image. So I'll go ahead and just add a basic image of a shirt like this one here. Now you guys can see we have our basic blog title. We want to change the visibility of this to visible, and you can also publish it on a certain date here if you want. And now it's going to default the author to our admin account. What we want to do is change this to simply Spoofy Sports. You guys can see that the author is going to default to Spoofy Sports admin for now. For now, that's perfectly okay. And we can change the type of our blog. So what we want to do is not use news and create our own custom blog. And this is going to be our sports apparel grouping. Now that we have our blog title done, we can also add our tags. So we'll say sports and sports wear. Again, add as many as you can here. You can add unlimited. And here we'll just leave the template to the default blog post. And at the end, it will also show you what it's going to look like in a search engine. And we can go ahead and select save down here. So we have our blog post created, but if we navigate back to our website and get out of our checkout page, you're not going to be able to find that blog post anywhere because we haven't added it anywhere onto our website yet. So what we're going to do is just simply add it to the home page for now. And to do that, we need to navigate back to our dashboard again, go to our online store and select customize in the themes section. From here, what we can do is go ahead and navigate down here, and we can go ahead and add a section. And this is going to let you search for blog. So you guys can see blog posts right here. And that's the section that we want to go ahead and add. And it's going to add it in here for us like so. And then to actually display that blog we just created, we need to navigate to where it says blog, and we need to select one. You guys can see we only have our sports apparel blog for now. So if I select that one, you guys are going to see that that blog that I just created is successfully showing, and I can go ahead and select it like so. And this is going to give you a bunch of other things that you can edit and change out, like the color, the number of posts to show, and a whole bunch of other things that you guys can go ahead and mess with. Now, all we need to do is click save here, navigate back to our website page, refresh it, scroll down, and you're going to see that our blog posts are successfully showing. And now you guys might be saying, well, I don't want this on my home page. So to create pages and edit the pages that you already have, what you can do is navigate back to this page, and we already saved this. So we can get out of here, go back to our dashboard, and navigate to where it says pages underneath our online store. And from here, it's going to let you go ahead and create brand new pages. So if I want a blog page, I can go ahead and select new page, type blog in here. This is about blogs, for example, and then just go ahead and save it like so. But what's going to happen here is you can't actually navigate to that page with your navigation yet, because you need to add that new page to your navigation. So down here underneath pages, select navigation, and here is where you can go ahead and edit that navigation. So what we want to do is change out our main menu. So we'll click on that. We want to add a menu item. So we'll go ahead and type in a name for this, and we'll just call it blog. And once we name that, we can put our cursor in this search box here, and it's going to give us all the options that we can choose from. And for now, we just want to select blogs, and then we want to select our sports apparel blog, and select add, and then save menu. And now our navigation is going to be completely updated. So navigate back to your website, refresh this, and you guys are going to see the blog option here, and you can click on it and view the newly created blog page. Now go back to your dashboard and navigate to where it says preferences. This is going to give you some information that you need to go ahead and customize. So our homepage title, we simply want to call this Spoofy Sports for now, and then we also want to add a homepage meta description. Again, you want to be extremely descriptive here, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and put something extremely basic like sports apparel. And for the social sharing image, you can also go ahead and manipulate the image that you want here. And down here is going to be the Google Analytics setup. I definitely recommend setting up Google Analytics because it's really going to help out, but we'll go ahead and skip this functionality and dive deeper into this in another video. And down here at the bottom is really going to be the most important part of the preferences, because this is going to be where your password is located. So remember that this is the password to get into your store, and you can change this to anything that you want. So I can change this simply to Spoofy to log into the website, and now to get into this development site, you need to use this new password. So we'll go ahead and select save down here. Now, if we navigate to our live website page and navigate to our contact page, you're going to see that Shopify sets us up with an extremely basic contact form, and this one's only going to require an email address. But before we send anything here, what we need to do is navigate back to our website dashboard, go back to our settings, and navigate to notifications down here. And whatever email you have in this box here is where that contact form is going to be sent to. So for this, we don't want it to be sent to this email, so I'm going to change this to kalmanwebdesign@gmail.com and go ahead and save that change. Now if I go back to the contact form over here, enter an email address, and I'll enter a name just so you guys can see that this works. Go ahead and send it. It's going to give us a basic thank you message here. And if we open up that email address that we just added in our notifications, you guys are going to see that it sends that message to this email address here. Now, if I actually want to edit these form fields here, what I need to do is navigate back to my dashboard, close out of settings, go to online store, themes, select the 3 dots for your current theme, select edit code, and then what we need to do is find our contact form. So I'll simply search for contact, and you guys are going to see it right here. It's going to be contact form.liquid. Navigate to this file, and what we want to do is search for what is likely going to be a text area input field. So we'll use Control F, look for our text area, and then we'll just say next. And you guys are going to see it takes us right to our text area element. And we want to delete the text area and the label here. So we'll just go ahead and select all of this, backspace, and go ahead and click save. And now if we navigate back to our live website, refresh this, you're going to see that that input field is successfully deleted, and I can still submit this form the way I did earlier, but now I only have the name, email, and phone number, and click send. You guys will see that it verifies that you are a human as well. Once also like that, I can barely even see what's going on there. Hopefully I passed that, and it successfully sends that email. And now you guys can see that it does successfully send that contact form to my email that I have on file with Shopify. Next, I want to show you guys accounts. So right off the bat, it's going to add this little icon here of a person. I can go ahead and click on that, and it'll let me set up an account with the store here. So I'll just go ahead and enter in a basic email address here, and then go ahead and click continue. And then I need to actually go get that code from this email. And once I successfully get this code as a customer creating an account with this storefront, I can submit it right here, and that will let me successfully create an account with this store. So what I want to do is go back to the dashboard, get out of our code editor here that we were just modifying, and what we can do is navigate to customers here, and you guys will see that I have a customer here, and it just added the email as the name for now because they did not order anything. But now I have an email from a potential customer on file right in here, so I can reach out to them whenever I want about new products, or maybe completing their current order that they didn't already complete. Now we're going to move on to actually setting up a third-party app on Shopify. So if I navigate over here, go back to my storefront, I'm going to go back to the checkout page, and you guys are going to see here that even though I'm not meeting the free shipping threshold that I set up, it's not showing me how much money of products I need to add before I can get free shipping. So I want to have that functionality so it encourages customers to spend more money. So what I'm going to do is navigate back to my dashboard, navigate down here where it says apps, but from here I don't like to add apps right here because it's too small of a page. So what I can do is select this app and sales channel settings, select this, and navigate to the Shopify app store like so. So from here, what I can do is it's going to give me access to all the third-party apps that I can include on my storefront. So what I want to search for is free shipping bear. And from here, I can go ahead and navigate to this one. This is going to be completely free. All I have to do to add this app is click install. And from here, it's going to say that I need to give it some access, which I'm fine with. Make sure it's not taking any personal data and using it in any wrong ways if you guys are going to actually be selling products. And then go ahead and click install. And now it's going to give you a quick video walkthrough and some images that you can follow to set this up. What we need to do is navigate back to our dashboard, back to settings, back to shipping and delivery. We're going to go to the one shipping account that we have set up, and you guys are going to see that right now we have it set at $75 and up. Customers can qualify for free shipping here. So we already have that set up and ready to go. What we can do is navigate back to this, select I'm done. And then from here, we don't want to enable it yet. We want to set our free shipping goal of $75 right here. And from this point on, we can scroll back up to the top, enable our free shipping bear, go ahead and save this. Now if we navigate back to our store and make sure we refresh this, at the top it's actually going to display only $60 away from free shipping. So now if we go to our cart page here by clicking on our cart icon and we add the number of items that we need for free shipping, it's going to dynamically change the amount and then eventually say, congrats, you've unlocked free shipping. So this is really going to help encourage customers to buy more of your product so they can get free shipping. And then once we come over here and go to checkout, you guys are going to see that it gives us the free economy shipping option right here, because now were over $75. And now this is just a development store. We're in our dashboard, and this is not a live store because it's technically password protected. So to transfer this to a client or transfer it to another account of yours so you can actually go live, what you want to do is navigate down here to settings, navigate to users and permissions, and from here you can select transfer ownership, send them an email. And so once the transfer is complete, you will lose your unrestricted access to the store. You guys are still going to be able to make edits as the developer, but it's not going to give you the full access to, let's say, customer information, because you don't need access to that anymore as just the developer. Congratulations, you guys have successfully created a brand new full stack storefront using Shopify, and now everything you need is up and ready to go. If you go over here to checkout, you have fully integrated shipping, taxes, and payments ready to go. If you guys have any questions or need any help, if you need me to create this website for your storefront, please reach out to me down below through the comments or email me anytime at kalmanwebdesign.com, and I will be happy to help you guys out. Thanks for watching.